Live in the lovely new
That's
places,
a good question.
new faces. Where are you?
The
Darren.
lovely, like, I'm in transit right now. If you see outside the window, I'm moving. There are mountains in the background. We're no strangers to the mountains anymore. But
No.
I'm somewhere in California. I am somewhere in Southern California, headed back to Las Vegas with my trusty crew. And we're a full crew right now too.
Full?
It's all of us,
Everybody?
the entire household. Yeah, every single roommate is in the whip,
Oh,
and we are driving home. We are being led by the great and powerful Jessica Evil Eye. She is driving.
Jessica Rye.
Casey's riding shotgun. She's doing strange things on the steering wheel. She's having too much fun. And the beautiful Angela is asleep next to me,
There you go.
covered in a blanket. Oh, oh,
She's a
she
whip.
smiled. She's not asleep. She heard me call her beautiful, and she
She's
smiled.
like, yes,
She couldn't help
yes,
it. She was like, "I'm the beautiful Angela,
yes.
not asleep." So yeah, we're headed home
Nice.
after a weekend of fun and perhaps debauchery, but that's an alleged amount of debauchery.
Mm,
Allegedly, we had fun.
yes. Allegedly. That's
Look, man,
awesome. That's awesome.
you only turned 33 one time,
Right.
and it was Jess's birthday, and she had some events to do,
Mm-hmm.
and since she had to be here, or there at this point, since she had to be there, we met her out there and made the birthday as worthwhile as we could.
Nice. That's
We
good.
all did our best.
That's good.
Now we are driving home, and I'm happy that we were there,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm gonna be happy when we get home. Like, I know she misses the puppies. I know that. I like being in the space that is mine.
Yes.
So I kind of want to get in my room and lay there. And then there's like, like I've had all four of my roommates in the same room with me every night for the last few nights. So like there's stuff that like normally would happen that hasn't happened. Like certain things that would normally emit from my body have not been emitted. There have been no emissions.
Emissions. Not even nocturnal
So
emissions.
certainly no nocturnal emissions. Um, so here's the other thing. Not only are you backed up, but like I'm sharing beds. So we're in a room with two double beds.
Yeah.
And like Casey and Angela are together people,
Yes.
They're together.
Yes.
So it would be weird if Casey was like, "Oh, I'm gonna crash the bed with Jess tonight. How about you just crash the bed with Angela?" That would be weird.
Yeah.
So the only thing that makes sense, besides Darren sleeps on the fucking floor, is 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 Darren has to share the bed with Miss Evil Eye, and like I'm comfortable doing that,
Yeah.
right? But like I I don't want anything weird to happen in the night. Like I don't want to like I know I haven't had any nocturnal emish.
Yes.
And so, like, if she wakes up first and I've got a tent in front of me, you know what I'm saying? Like, am I a creep? Like, am I fired now?
Yeah.
Like, I didn't do anything.
No
Like,
me
I was asleep.
too's. No me
I'm
too's.
fucking innocent. Like, like,
You missed the obvious
like it's
answer. You missed the obvious answer. You and Casey could have been like bed bunks.
no. Me and Casey, we can't sleep together anymore because I think Angela's gonna start making fanfic about me and him. Like, you know how there's fanfic about me and you?
Yeah.
There's fanfic about me and Casey. And you know what I
Oh.
don't like about it? I
What?
think I'm the bottom.
You
And
know,
I don't like that. Like,
I disagree because there's evidence on his Facebook page.
I'm just saying.
I'm just saying, hey, if
I feel like when we're out, when me, Casey, and Angela are out by ourselves, right?
yeah,
There's no Jess. If Jess is with us, I think they assume because of the way that Casey and Angela are walking that me and Jess must be a couple too.
right.
I think people just couple people in their minds, right?
Mm-hmm.
Unless we like purposely separate ourselves, they're gonna couple us if we're not paying attention, right?
Right.
But if it's the three of us, if it's me, Casey, and Angela, they're like, oh, that's one of those weird fucking trios. And that Viking is plowing that tiny little twink guy with the muscles. Like it's like, what? I'm not being plowed, sir. How dare you?
This is all. This is all I'm saying. This is all I'm saying. If you look at his Facebook page and you see his profile picture, if it was a Tinder profile, it'd be some weird catfish, or it might be like, oh man, you're the top. Because the way it looks is like he's way in the background, like he's a far distance, and Darren's up front and personal, abs out, staring into the camera, all serious, like, hey,
Abs out.
abs
Are you
out.
talking about the picture in the PI?
Yes, like it's weird. It looks like it's weird. Like it's like Casey could be black. It's like I don't know. Is Casey the black
You
guy?
gotta show that picture to the people. I don't know if you have it. Do you have it?
I don't have it. I just see it every now and then on Facebook.
It's on Casey's profile picture.
Yeah.
Yeah. So there's a picture of me and Casey. Is it the Casey? Is it the one that you like doctored? Yeah. It's been put through some filters.
I was been put through some filters.
And this is what I learned about filters. Yeah, because I mean, I know that I can make my pictures black and white because I do that to hide how brown my fucking disgusting teeth are, right? So like, make a black and white picture of any. If you notice really closely, like, only when I just don't give a fuck and I'm like, you know what, like, every British sex symbol has fucked up teeth. I'm just gonna fucking give it up my all right now. I'm just gonna go all in. But in general, if I show a close up of my face smiling, like a self shoot, that's 100%. I do that every time. Now, what I don't know is like that's my extent filter stuff. Like, that's all I know about them. So when Casey was like, "Oh, you can make the filters make you look way more ripped, man," like, and I was playing with the colors until he said, "I look better now."
Yeah.
And I was like, "Yeah, you do look better in that picture now."
Yeah.
And it was magic.
See, there you go.
So there we are in our glory.
Yeah, here for the people. It's just weird.
Look, man, I'm like a mocha sex symbol out here. I'm out here doing it mocha and middle age in the streets.
Yes, you
Keep
are.
fucking around with me.
Yes, you are.
I took a dick pic in public the other day.
Oh!
I flashed my dick in the club
Oh! Did you get in for free?
in LA, allegedly. Allegedly. Did I get in free?
Yeah, did you get in free for that?
Not for the dick flash,
Gotcha.
but yes, we did get in free.
Nice.
Yeah, I don't really go to clubs. We know this, right?
Yeah.
Like, I have a certain level of social anxiety that makes it difficult for me to have fun in those environments. But I had a good time, and I mean, I was with my friends and we were dancing and drinking, and it was all taken care of.
That's
you know what I'm
nice.
saying? We also watched the UFC, which we should talk about.
Right.
There are a couple notable moments. Yeah, so like it was a really enjoyable time, and then like Jess had friends meet us out, and I don't feel like name dropping since I said I flashed my dick. Here's what I will say. I will say this, and I flashed my dick on the same podcast. I saw AJ Ozagam last night.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, maybe nice, maybe not.
Maybe.
So like, like this nigga was standing right next to me, and like we gave each other the look. Like, I know you and you know me.
Yeah.
Like, we know each other. We're not friends. We've never hung out. Like, but we know each other. Like, you know who I am, and I know who you are. And you know that this one time, right before you fucking made me tap while I choke, I made your leg make little crackle noises, and you were limping for the rest of the fucking day. Like, you know that that's true. And like, I know you're a bigger deal. The reality is, you know me, nigga. Like, you know me. And if you're standing next to me, you should politely say hello. But I'm not gonna pop your leg again. Like, it's pointless to do.
Right.
I was also shocked by how small this motherfucker was.
Yeah.
He's bigger than me, but he's small. He's a little guy. And I don't remember him being so little. Because, like, at that point, I was still competitive. So I was even lighter than I am now. And I'm pretty light. I'm probably like 46, 47 right now. And like I used to walk around at like 39. Like when we competed, I was walking around at 140, 139.
Right.
Right? So like, I thought he was big because he was probably like 65.
Yeah.
But like, what weight is he fighting in Bellator?
Hold on.
Is he fighting at featherweight?
Let me check real quick. Also, speaking of Mr. AJ, our Thigh Matt might get some interactions with him very soon.
He should.
He will.
He might fuck him up.
He will. He gets to have interactions with him very soon. 155.
55. Yeah, he looked like a small ass 55er. He looked like he could go 35.
Yeah.
You know?
Okay.
Definitely not 25, but he didn't look big.
Spot.
He was smaller than our friend.
Yeah.
Our friend that came there, yeah, our new friend.
No comment.
He was smaller than him. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
And that guy fights at 145.
Right.
He was little, right? AJ was little as fuck, no? Casey says everybody's little.
compared to me, man. Everybody little to me.
Yo, I swear to God, the first thing Casey says to me, right? This dude walks up, right? A known entity, a known commodity in the UFC walks up, and Casey just turns to me like this motherfucker hasn't been around us for more than a minute, right?
Yeah.
Casey turns to me and goes, "I'm bigger than that guy." Like for shoot, like that was a real thing. He was just like, "I need to tell Darren that I noticed something."
I know something.
Like I'm bigger than this motherfucker.
What's
Worst comes to worst, I'll slam this nigga, dude. He didn't say that, but that's what it's in mind.
That's
You know,
what
like when you say, I'm bigger than
that guy.
like what you're saying is, if it came down to it, I think I could kill this dude.
It's like it must be interesting sizing everybody up. It's like, look at him.
Yeah.
Look at this guy. Look at him. They could take him.
I can't help it. I size everyone up too. I just try to be polite about it.
Right.
And I try to be really discreet. Like I don't want them to see me doing it. It's like I take a picture of you and then I go into my mind.
Yeah.
I don't look at you while I do it. Does that make sense?
I get what you're saying.
Like I don't look at you and size you up. I look at you and then I size you up.
It's like you would never get called for being a creepy guy out in the club.
Yeah.
Exactly.
It's the same thing with girls. Like I try not to stare at girls, right?
Yeah.
But I look at them and then I think about them when I'm not looking.
That's a good move. That's because you're born before the internet. Hold on, the internet's dying on your end. Hold on, ladies and gentlemen. We're having some internet issues.
Strategy. That's the strategy.
Hold on, we're losing you.
You fucking wait for Stanford. I believe if we wait it out, if we are patient.
You're up now.
Right? The vocal and the internet just dies and it all, or is all lost.
We're here. I can hear you now. It's coming in slower, but it's better now.
Okay, so my question is,
Mm-hmm.
are we still live on the internet?
We're still live on the internet, but you're chopping in and out.
I'm choppy.
Yeah.
Chop. All right, well then let's not waste time. Let's get down to brass tacks.
Yes.
Talk about anything that you would like to talk about before the internet betrays us again.
All right.
I know there was a UFC last night because I was watching it.
Right.
What else is on the docket?
Let's see. I did cryo. Apparently, Joe Rogan's commentary was lackluster.
His commentary was lackluster. I didn't really listen to Joe very much.
Yeah.
I was trying to drink this bottle of Tito's with my clique, and I really mean trying.
Yeah.
Like we were working through that bottle like it was the fucking 300. Like we were doing the fucking 100 burpees, 100 squats, 100 kettlebell swings, or whatever the fuck. Like sometimes the bottle goes in real easy, like, you know.
Yeah.
But if you go hard the night before and you're like, man, I don't know if I can drink today.
Right.
And they're like, we got you guys up. We got you 2 bottles of Tito's. And we're like, what?
Okay. Sure.
So we got through one of them just to like demonstrate that we have respect for ourselves, that we could still just sack up and drink alcohol if we needed to.
Just be animals. Animals.
But yeah. So what else?
Let's see. Sad Mr. Edgar will never get to have a belt. It's very sad. Or another belt, I should say.
Yeah, see, he had a belt. Let's not forget. Like,
right, he had a belt.
Not only did he get a belt, but he got a belt at the same time that I had a threesome with like 2 gorgeous girls. Like that's the most important part of that story. Yes, Frankie Edgar beat my hero, but I fucked 2 girls at the same time and did a little bit of cocaine that night too. It was a wonderful experience.
You should tell him that if you ever get to see him. It's like Frankie
It's
Edgar.
called Christmas.
Yeah.
Is what?
You should tell him that. You should tell him that if you ever get a chance to like talk to him face to face. Like, hey,
I will.
Frankie.
I'll be like, look, man.
You beat my hero, but.
I mean, I could have told him that the last time I was in his presence, but I didn't because I thought that would be weird.
That should be a great way to introduce yourself and then walk away. It's like, hey, my name is Darren.
Hi, Frankie. We've nodded at each other, but we've never spoken. There's something you should know. Thanks to you.
I'm sure he would love it.
Yeah, so Frankie man, when I had a feeling like it wasn't going to turn around, right?
Mm-hmm.
And like I feel like he got that feeling too, and he fought on and he fought valiantly, but like I think when he got that one takedown, like okay, that's the hope spot. It's just like it's like pro wrestling, man.
Yeah.
It's like the matches are kind of even. The first round's kind of even. Then Holloway starts pulling away, and you're like, oh, Holloway's pulling away, and you're just thinking of Frankie Edgar as the baby face. And not because Max Holloway's a bad guy. He's not a bad guy, but he's the guy that can prevent this beautiful story from happening, right?
Right.
Like, he's only 27 years old, and he's already created a great deal of amount of a reason for legacy discussion when you talk about him. When you mention his name, you're going to talk about multiple world championships and the run that he has, right? You're going to talk about that regardless of how this outcome goes. Like, if he loses to Frankie, he's no less of a champion. But if Frankie won that fight, Frankie's a two-weight world champion. Frankie gets to be in that like greatest of all time talk.
Mm-hmm.
And without this win, he won't be in that greatest of all time talk for a lot of people. There'll be a lot of people just like I will always hold accountable for BJ.
Yeah.
Who will always hold accountable for Frankie. But there's a school of thought that says you have to get it done, right?
Right.
And at 45, a weight class that you would think is more natural for him, right? He won his title at 55.
Mm-hmm.
You would think that 45 is a more natural weight. He wasn't able to get it done. And there are people that aren't going to be able to forgive that in terms of the way they tell a story.
Right.
Right? And I think that's unfair, but I have to recognize that. So I was rooting for him to get into that conversation. I was rooting for Frankie to have that moment for himself. But Max Holloway is a bad motherfucker, man.
Yeah.
His wrestling defense looked amazing. He did give up that one takedown, but like, dude, he fended off what, like 13, 14, 15 takedowns?
Right.
Something ridiculous.
Continuous.
Like, incredible job. An incredible job. And Frankie had some really good head movement in the beginning, but like Max started figuring him out. He started figuring him out like any other puzzle. He just broke it down. And eventually he did enough to create enough distance. There was no like, I wonder who won that fight. There was no moment where I was like, oh, I don't know what's going to happen. It was clear. It was clear. It was definitive and powerful. And we'll see. I believe Frankie in the cage said he wasn't done, correct?
Right. I think he's still gonna do a couple more.
But I want to know, what is the actual point of that?
What do you mean?
Like if there are some really crazy super fights that he can get himself into, right? Then fantastic. But like, I don't buy the climb. Does that make sense?
Right. You don't think that he's gonna climb up again and get to try to shoot?
Yeah,
for
I don't think he's moving toward a world title at 145 pounds ever again.
I think it's just competitiveness. Like, I think he wants to still. I think it's like you're still trying to like prove to yourself. It's still in that stage. I'm not saying that he's like delusional, but I think it's still in that like time period where you're like, I need to like, you know.
There's an element of delusion, but there's an element of delusion to all athletes, especially fighters. We're all delusional.
Right.
Like grapplers, fighters, fucking tiddlywinks players. Like, on any given day, I can beat this motherfucker is something we all believe.
Right.
And we're right. But we're also delusional. Does that make sense?
Yeah, no, I agree.
Like, they exist in the same spot. Like, you're entirely correct. You can beat them. You're entirely delusional. Like they're both correct. You're both of those things right now. That's a hard thing.
Yeah.
It's a hard thing to balance. But it's something that any athlete has to deal with. Like, when do you hang it up? When do you hang it up? And what's the difference between retiring and quitting, right? Are you giving up on your dream? Are you saying, I've had enough, or I have these other opportunities I wish to explore? Like, what's the criteria that separates a quitter from a person who is, oh, they're moving on? Do you know what I mean?
Right.
Like, what do you think? What's that criteria?
I think it's something that they feel in their own body, where they feel like, oh, the things that I love to do about this sport, I can't do it anymore. And then on top of that, I don't feel the same joy from it.
So you feel like it's an entirely subjective thing?
Yeah, I think it's subjective. I think it's like, because I think anybody can, because there's people who like go in their 50s that are fighting. So it's not necessarily an age thing. It's a feeling in your body. And I think it's also like, it's at a point where you recognize like, oh, I can't do the things that I want to do. And because of that, I don't want to do this anymore.
I understand that. But See, what worries me about that is that anytime something's subjective, it's just not. It means there's no fucking standard.
But there's no
There's no standard. It
Of
means there's no
course.
answer.
That's how it has to
And I
be.
think there should be. There should be
No.
because we're gonna quantify these things, and we're in subjective enough of a realm. Like we talk about things like who's the best.
Yeah.
We debate these things.
Right.
Right. That's an entirely fucking subjective thing.
Yeah.
And that's hard. And we still come up with some kind of bullshit criteria. We should have the same kind of bullshit criteria for what's quitting, like what's giving up, and what's retiring. What's moving on. And I understand that, like, in real life, that's different for every human being.
Right.
I deeply understand that. And at the same time, I find it utterly unsatisfying as an answer.
Yeah, but that's how it has to be. You can't. There's no way to quantify it.
Yes, there must be, Anthony.
There's nothing.
But look, just like we were discussing with Frankie, where it's like, okay, if you have multiple weight classes, you're kind of in that conversation, right? For greatest,
right.
Or like the best, right? Or like Mount Rushmore, as some people like to call it. Like who are your top 4, dead or alive? Top 5, dead or alive. Jadakiss, Nas, like everybody has their way of like coming up with their shit. We don't have a criteria for that I've ever heard. And like one criteria that I've heard came from fucking Uncle Chael. And Chael said, if you have become world champion, you can retire. And if you haven't, then you've quit. You gave up. And that's some cold shit. That's some cold, awful shit. And when he was confronted with that himself, he copped to it. He was like, yeah, I guess that's true.
Yeah.
He didn't try to rewrite history or stop saying it, but I do think there's an ounce of truth to that, but that's about all there is. Like, just an ounce.
But that's like saying, like, yo, you're never going to be a world champion, but you love doing this forever. Are you really, is it called quitting, or is it called when you hit 60, it's time for you to retire?
Well, that's what I'm saying. That, like, if you've never reached...
Like, if I'm talking about not even being in the UFC...
goal,
like being,
and now, here's the thing.
Yeah.
So, like, I think he's playing with it a little bit, right?
Yeah, of course.
He's saying that the idea of this game, this sport, is to become the world champion. Which is objectively true, right? The idea is truly to earn the most money you can for your skills and your name and all the blows and all the damage and fucking concussions you're going to take over the course of your career. That's the real thing. The real game is earn as much as possible before I decide to stop doing this.
Be the best prize fighter.
Be the best, be world champion.
Be the best prize fighter.
He set it up like that. He designed the narrative to be that way. Like, oh, what's a quitter? A quitter is a person that retires without being world champ, right? It was a clever thing to say. But, like I said, there's only an ounce of truth to that. I think it will be more accurate to get to the root of that. And the root of that is, once you've reached your particular goal, like, there's something that we've all set out to do. When people start training, at first they're, oh, I'm training for fun. I got some friends. And then they're like, oh, I want to do this. I want to get my black belt. I want to get my blue belt. Well, look, like, some blue belts quit jiu-jitsu, and, like, people have talked shit about them inside jiu-jitsu culture. First of all, most of the people that are talking shit are white belts.
Right.
Second of all, and that's just because of the numbers. Most of the people talking shit are white belts because that's most of the people, period. And then the people that are black belts don't like to remember who they really were the entire time during that journey. Like, oh, I trained every day. And it's like, nigga, you were hungover and didn't train for months.
Yeah.
Like, I know you. Like, I was there. Don't tell me these lies. Like, I don't have some hard story of getting my black belt. I kept doing jiu-jitsu.
That's about it.
Like, I stayed with it. I did not stop doing jiu-jitsu. And eventually I became a black belt. That's it.
Yeah.
It's not magic. It's not magic. And so, yeah. So I'm worried about those kinds of things. But anyway, I almost forget my point.
Oh, Frankie Edgar.
What were we saying?
Frankie Edgar retiring. Like, when is it time to hang it up?
Yeah, dude. So once you've reached your own personal goal, whatever the fuck that is, I think if you say, I'm going to walk away, that you are now walking away, you are now moving on, you have not given up.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's accurate. I think if you've fallen short of what in your heart of hearts are your true goals, then you can't retire. Like, you can stop doing it, but it's not really a retirement in the same sense.
All right. We'll agree to disagree.
So,
So,
it appears we are stopping off, possibly for gas, maybe some foods,
some snackies.
but I doubt food because we did just eat.
Gotcha. Snackies.
So I think this is probably a gas stop or a pee stop.
Snackies.
Snakes, could be snakes.
Snakes. Oh yeah. So cryotherapy, dude, you can do it.
Yeah, tell me about your experience with the cryo.
So,
it was easy.
It's super easy, like easier than what we did at the that little tank that we did at Sean's.
You know, I've gone submerged in the cold now, yeah?
Yeah.
Like, under my head.
I understand that. Still doesn't matter why you still send me a text
saying.
But
it's not as cold as Sean's. Sean's is 39. Like, anywhere between 39 and 41, and this is 50 degrees.
Yeah.
But 50 degrees is still plenty fucking cold.
It's still plenty cold. But, no. Basically what happened was I got there, and they sent me to this room. They're like, hey, just change it into this tank. Just go down to your underwear and put on this robe, put on these Nike socks, put on these weird slippers, put on these gloves.
Put
on these gloves. And we gotta come in and we're gonna crank up the tank a little bit. It's about like negative 160, I think. And then you're gonna hop in for 3 minutes and then kind of rotate around like a rotisserie chicken. Just like every time you hear a click, just do a quarter turn. And it was like not until 2.5 minutes in did I feel cold. It wasn't that bad, but I was kind of curious though, like, because ladies can just go in there butt naked, and guys can't. And
so what's it doing to our dicks or our balls?
Well, no. What I'm saying is like, how much can I go in there with? So if I wear like a little thong, is that acceptable? Like, what's the criteria for me not to?
Yeah,
like,
it says underwear.
Yeah,
what are underwear?
Yeah, what are underwear? Like, what can I wear? Because like the lady's there for you when you open the door, and you're exposed to her essentially. So like you have the option of telling her to turn around or just walking out. I'm like, I can't put this robe back on in this small ass tube. I'm gonna get frostbite. You just have to see me walk out with my package. Like, my girl was there too. It was all good.
That's so funny.
Yeah, but it's definitely
your
easy.
girl was there.
Yeah, she was there. She wanted to be there.
Did she do it?
No, she wanted to watch me suffer. She thought I was gonna suffer.
No,
she's like,
no,
I want to
she's
watch.
not stupid.
She's like, what do I need to do this for? I'm not cold. I'm not broken. I don't have any injuries. What's it gonna do for me? Nothing. So yeah, but it was a fun time. Fun time.
I understand. So yeah, I'm intimidated by the cryo.
It's not that bad.
But I'm more likely to do it. I'm more likely to do a lot of things.
Yeah.
Like, I was in public a lot this week.
See? What did I tell you? Like a year ago. I said you're going to be out and about soon. You're going to be out and about and like socializing with people. And you're like, no.
I don't know about socializing with people.
Is that what you just did?
Some of that didn't go that well, but I did socialize.
See, you did it happen. Baby steps. Can't be a black belt in life. First
I'm like a blue belt. I'm going out now.
Yeah. You're about to get your purple soon. They're about to come bless you with a purple belt. It's like the next.
Once I start taking people back to the VIP, I'll get my purple belt.
Yeah. It's like that. That's where it'll be.
I'm still a blue belt. Still a blue belt in the streets.
Purpley. Yeah.
So let's talk about this UFC.
Yeah.
And let's go to the main card.
Cyborg.
And before we talk about Cyborg, I want to talk about that Jeff Neal fight.
Let's see.
I picked him.
Yes, you did.
When we did the picks, I picked him.
Mm-hmm.
But I thought he was going to steamroll Nico Price, and it did not go that way.
No.
It was a back and forth.
It was a
war.
Scrappy scrap.
They went to fucking war. And, man, was it fucking entertaining. And I was worried. They were like, when Homeboy got buckled and they had that moment of double knockdown, it was fucking dicey.
It's like,
and there's that shit happens in reality. So the next time someone says that pro wrestling's double down is bullshit, I'm going to show them Nico Price, Jeff Neal, Geoff
Neal
doing his thing.
Yes.
It was fucking incredible fight. And then Cyborg versus Felicia Spencer. What's your take on that fight? Did you watch it yet?
No, I didn't watch it yet. That's still where I'm up. That's where I'm up. After the Geoff fight, I kind of just petered out.
Okay. Felicia Spencer is an extraordinarily game woman.
Mm-hmm.
She was grossly outgunned in this fight. But she did do a couple interesting things. So she was able to keep Cyborg clinched against the cage, and when Cyborg would reverse her, she put her fucking back to the cage. And that's where she had the most success, was in controlling Cyborg's body. She didn't really do any damage to Cyborg except one major piece of damage. So during an exchange, she catches Cyborg coming in and she throws an elbow that's like kind of an up and down arcing elbow, like she's coming down with her elbow like this
Mm-hmm.
across the face. She's got a very flexible shoulder, and so it's like real tight. And she created a gash in Cyborg's forehead
Yeah.
that looked like somebody took an axe, put it in her forehead, and pulled it out real quick.
Jeez.
Like, long and deep is the gash.
Jesus.
And so that was bothering Cyborg for the entire fight. But it was a good fight. She put on a game fight. It was certainly much more competitive than I think everyone thought it was going to be.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe except for her and her camp. But she didn't show me a spot where she was going to be capable of beating this woman. Do you know what I'm saying?
Right.
It was like, you are hanging in here, and you're demonstrating a toughness and a willingness to continue to go forward and to try to create situations from which you could win.
Right.
But you're not going to pull this off today. Like,
Gotcha.
that was the impression I got during the fight. It was just like, oh, okay, like, you mean it. You're here. But there's a level of athleticism and strength that you just don't possess right now to deal with this situation.
Right.
But it was still a really good fight. And Chael was saying, like, is this the best fight ever in the division? And it's like, well, there have been, like, 5 fights in this division.
Right. So it's not, you can't
So,
say much, yeah.
let's not go sucking each other's dicks just yet on, like, what a spectacular fight this was. So I'm not sold on that idea. I think that's helped by the fact that the card in itself is lackluster in certain points. It kind of, like, had some lulls. But it also had some really exciting moments. So it goes all over the place. But that being said, congratulations to Cyborg. And, I mean, Felicia Spencer just had her coming out party.
Yeah.
People know who you are.
Yeah.
The Megan Anderson fight helped. But it didn't really put you on the map. This puts you on the map. You're somebody now.
That's good. That's all you need. That's really all you need.
And then the main event. Max
Versus Frankie.
and fucking Frankie. Like I said, like, he was just...
All heart.
He was just bested, man.
Yeah.
Max is fucking good. I don't know who's beating Max. Who's beating Max?
I don't know. Let's pull up the division real quick.
Is it gonna be Zabit?
I know they said Volkov is pretty much dead now. They said good luck, Volkov.
What's wrong with him?
No. They just say, I guess stylistically, they're like good luck.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, stylistically, they're like good luck, dude.
You're like, he's dead now. I'm like, what?
It's like they're like we don't see.
You know he's dead, right?
Yeah, he's dead, right? You know what else is going on? That's kind of wild, actually.
What?
Corey Anderson's like just jawing up John Jones, showing up at his like press conferences, like all his like events and his like things.
What?
Yeah, like he's like like John Jones was doing something in New Jersey. Corey Anderson was there just jawing at him, just like, hey man, what's going on?
You're gonna be in New Jersey, John? I'm in New Jersey, John. Oh shit! You know what I forgot to tell you?
What?
So here's weird news.
Okay.
So I'm walking down the hotel steps, and I turn the corner, and I see a giant man in a baseball cap. And I go, oh my God, Champ! Sir, are you Shannon Briggs? And he goes, yes, I am, Champ. And I'm like, let's go, Champ! And he's like, let's go, Champ! And I was like, oh, fuck! I had to kind of get going, and so I go outside, and then I see Casey. And I'm like, I can't let this go.
Yeah.
I'm like, Casey, we got to go talk to Shannon Briggs. So I'll send you the picture, and maybe you can post it with the Twitter post.
Okay.
For this podcast episode or
All right.
on the road, post the meeting between the Champ and the fucking young Keeb, the coach Keebs. But yeah, he was super fucking nice.
That's awesome.
Shannon Briggs is awesome. I was like, let's go, champ. You can see like his smile is as big as mine. Like he was so nice and like genuine, friendly, nice guy.
That's good.
Shannon Briggs is the man.
That's awesome.
Let's go, champ.
Let's go.
Let's go, champ.
Let's go.
Let's go, champ.
Let's go.
It was so random and awesome, bro. Like
That's nice.
I was like, oh my god, it's fucking Shannon Briggs. I was like, am I in a fucking movie right now? Okay, so we're about to get into the more remote part of our drive.
Yeah. So we'll finish
And
it.
I fear that the signal will get even worse. I think we're doing well because we're around all these like hotels and stuff while we're parked.
Okay. So
But
let's do
I
it.
think we're gonna have to get out of here soon. So
All right, let's do this. Let's do one piece of weird news and then we'll go.
let's go.
So let me share this video. Let me share my screen real quick with you and the listeners. Basically, what that is that there was this couple on a flight, and apparently this lady lost her mind because her boyfriend was looking at another woman, just looking. And so I will turn the sound.
Looking with lustful eyes, or he had just like.
I think he.
over
I don't know. I don't know. I don't know what the context of that was. But I can tell you this. There's video of it. I'm about to show you the video of it. So
Awesome.
I'm gonna break it down
He
for
had
you
the
guys.
hungry eyes.
So basically, there's the flight attendant right here in the corner. There's not these two guys. There's a guy. There's this right here. So what happens is right now she's drawn back because like she's cursing at the boyfriend, right? This little
Is
like
she black?
no, she's like I think she's like either Latin or like Italian, and
Okay.
so she's yelling, and then she starts wailing on the boyfriend right there, like right now. He starts wailing on him, starts wailing, and they're like, "All right, come on, sir, like knock it off, blah blah blah. We gotta get this guy out of here." They keep talking to them and talking, and then all of a sudden, wait for it. Let's see if it happens. Come on, let's get to it. These two guys are chilling out. Let's see if the strikes are coming in yet. Strikes, come on, let's get to it. Let's go. Come on, get to it. Here comes the strikes. Yeah, the strikes are coming in now. And that's why they're trying to get him up. They're like, get him up, get up. He's running. He's like, I gotta go. And he starts running. She keeps chasing him down. She comes in with a Dell, bashes it over his head, starts chasing him down the airway, just starts beating this dude on the flight. No care in the world about anybody else around her. She's like, no, get out of my way, lady. You gotta get my bag first. And they're like, we're gonna arrest you, ma'am. She's like, I don't care. I'm gonna get him. She's getting her bag and she's getting ready to chase him down.
I'm gonna get it.
Yeah, she's like, she's coming back through. She's gonna knock, just like she's blowing through all these flight attendants, the captain, everybody. She doesn't care. She's like, get off me, and going through. And that's
Damn.
so no hot girl summer.
Damn.
Yeah, so these people don't care.
What flight was that? United?
Let's see, what was it? Let's go back to the news. American
We
Airlines.
gotta make sure. American Airlines. All right, I gotta steer clear of American Airlines.
Or that's where we
for the
gotta
next couple
go.
weeks.
That's where we gotta go. Get the news. We can be first.
That's what you want to see.
Yeah, I want to see that.
So
man.
maybe we'll fly American to fucking Anaheim
Let's look and see. It's
and hope for the best.
$84. Not a bad price.
I'll just make eye contact with as many people as possible, and then someone's like, "Stop looking at that guy!" and start slapping him. Shut up.
Sir.
Anthony,
Darren.
I appreciate you making this episode work.
Cool. I have one request for
I'm
you.
so grateful. Yes.
I need you to look at my lesson plan, and that's what I'm
Cool.
gonna ask of you.
Send it to me.
I will send it to you, and then continue on with your sign off.
I appreciate every single one that listens to this podcast. To anyone that may or may not be listening live, I love you the most. If you're listening live, I love you the most. But to our audience that is the most loyal, the audio audience, we appreciate you on a deep, deep level. Thank you for your patience with us. And it was a wild weekend, and I'm happy to get back to home and back to work. I love each and every one of you motherfuckers. For now, this is goodbye. Anthony, this is goodbye for real. Goodbye, Internet. XOXO.